Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today we are going on a night point of view drive with this car, so the all new Seat Leon. As you can see, this car has a beautiful design. It's an FR trim, so more aggression from the front. You have the new bumper, and then here we have the LED lights. LED now comes as standard, and those are the full LEDs. You will see at the back we have the NANC indicators and integrated the full LED lights. Then also you get the Hola sign, or should I say Hola, and that greets you when you enter the car. This is the side view, so 9 centimeters longer than the predecessor, and these are the optional 18-inch wheels. Beautiful design, Cosmos gray with the silver elements. And when you go for the FR trim, 17 is standard and this is optional, but this really looks nice. Name of the color is Desire Red, and look at this. So this is my favorite angle of the car, so just look at this. How cool is this? So connected taillights that do this crazy animation when you unlock the car. You also have the new Leon badge, very important thing, as this will be on probably all new Seat models. I actually don't quite like this lettering. Tell me in the comments, how do you like it? And yeah, well, I think they really nailed it with the design. One thing that I do not like are those fake exhausts, but hey, it's a trend these days really, so you can't do much. But anyway, I mean, just look at this once again. Let's step inside and let's go for a drive. So as you can see, you are greeted with the ambient lights. You have the illuminated FR logo and the beautiful ambient lighting. So without further ado, let's go for a drive. You start the car by pressing the start engine button, and it comes to life. This particular model has the DSG automatic transmission that uses the shift-by-wire technology, which means I just press it, it stays in the same position, and off we go. Now, first thing you notice is the completely new interior. In front of us we have a 10.25 inch digital cockpit. Digital cockpit is actually standard on the new Leon. And then here, this is the optional 10-inch screen with a beautiful layout. And actually, let's start with one fun fact for you. Designers of this new infotainment and new layout in the Leon, it was designed in, of course, Barcelona lab. And they were inspired by the Diagonal street in Barcelona, and that means that that street, when you look at it from the Google Earth, has this shape, so this diagonal shape, and that's cool, I think. Anyway, we have a funky design of the infotainment system. We have a beautiful ambient lighting, which you see here. I will change the colors later on. Now we'll put the blue one, which is my favorite, but also in this car I love the red one. Actually, let's change those right now. Background lighting. You have few modes, and it takes about a second to change the lighting itself. Active. Now it's red. And as you can see, this red looks really good. This is green. Or individual. When you put it to individual, then you can adjust the colors whatever you want. So for example, you want blue. No, wait. Okay, now we have the blue, white, green, whatever you want, but as I said, I will put it to blue now. And yeah, let's go back to the main menu. You saw that the car turned off when we were at the traffic light. Of course, that is because it has the start stop system. Now, how do you turn it off? As you can see, let's put the LED lights on. There's no much of physical buttons here, actually not at all really. They are gone, and that looks awesome, but sometimes it's not the easiest way to use it. So how do you change and some of the things, and for example, how do you switch off the start stop system? This is how you do it. So you have this icon of the new Leon, and then when you press it, you have a bunch of systems that are available here. Let's turn this system off. So now it's deactivated. You can also deactivate lane assist. Lane assist is very good on the highway, but here in the city I usually turn it off because there are a lot of lanes, and yeah, that's why I do it. Navigation is actually really nice. You see the buildings. I don't know if you can see it right now. Let's actually put on the route guidance. This was the sound of the indicator. We are located there, and you can also see the indicator on your mirror. So what about the engine? There are various choices available for this car, but this particular model has actually the mild hybrid system. It's a 1.5 liter eTSI. That means it's got the small electric motor to make it more efficient, and then you actually have the 1.5 liter petrol version, of course, paired with that electric motor. And the figures are actually really solid. And before I go with the figures, look at this blind spot monitor. You have this illumination that is really awesome. So whenever you have the car in your blind spot, then this illuminates sort of like a yellow, orange, something like that. So then you get sort of like a warning, visual warning for you. Anyway, back to the figures. 8.4 seconds to reach 100 and 221 kilometers per hour. That's the top speed. So really decent numbers. So I think this engine is very good choice when you buy new Leon. And you also have this digital screen, which I already mentioned, and you can change the views that you have in front of you. You can have it, for example, minimalistic way like this, not much in front of you. Then you can have something like this. So navigation screen. This is even more minimalistic, I would say. Just some information and the speedometer. And then this is the classic, which I prefer. This is my favorite. Also, you can change the different things on the dials. And if you are wondering why did our revs go down, I'm actually now in the normal mode. And the thing is, with this car, as it uses the mild hybrid, it can like cruise along without using actually the engine for a few moments. So yeah, that's cool. Then moving on, we also have different driving modes on this car, because this particular model is equipped with the DCC dynamic chassis control. So when you go to driver profile, this is also something that I would love to have on the buttons, because now I need to do a few touches of the screen, and while driving that's not the best solution. So we are now in comfort. We can go to normal mode. We have a bit of a stiffer suspension in normal mode. When you go to sport mode, suspension gets even more stiffer, and you also have the best throttle response. You can use these flappy pedals for shifting, or stop, or you can use, of course, the automatic will do it for you. We are now in the manual mode. If you want to go back to drive, you just press this and you are back in the drive. Anyway, I was talking about these driving modes, and individual mode is where you can configure everything out, so how much stiffness you want for the dampers, and then you also get the steering, drive, ACC, air conditioning. Everything can be adjusted on this configuration for the individual mode. Let's put it back to normal, or we can put it to sport actually. You have the nice graphics here when you switch the modes. And this ambient lighting, the bar goes all the way, almost like it's hugging you, and it is an optional thing. I think around 300 euros is the price, 200 or 300, but I think it's worth it, because I mean, if you are like me, I'm obsessed with ambient lighting, then you will really enjoy it. This 7-speed DSG is really smooth. As you can see, the changes are fast, it's very responsive, and yeah, you can just cruise along. You don't even notice the changes, just how it should be with the DSG transmission. So tell me in the comments, how do you like the interior? I've put back on the LED lights so that you see more of it. How do you like it? So it's a similar layout to the Volkswagen Golf, but maybe more like a funky, more stylish, because of this infotainment system. Tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? We have a nice McLaren here and a Ferrari, and the BMW 8 Series. Okay, so I'm feeling a bit hot in here. So how do you change the AC in this car, the AC settings? Well, of course, on touch. So what you need to do, you have this shortcut which is always on, and then you have the air blower. You adjust the levels, and for the temperature itself, you actually have the slider, and I'll show you the slider right now. It is here, it's not illuminated. So it's not illuminated. You see that the temperature is getting lower, and it's not illuminated, I believe, because, so let's turn this off. As you can see, no lightning on this bar. It's not illuminated, I believe, because of the infrared sensors that are hidden there, but yeah, not that cool. I mean, you need to tap it in the dark because you have the slider for the AC and also for the volume, so you need to know which one you use. And there's a second option. I'm hot.
Sure, it will get cooler at the front left shortly.
There you have it. So the car lowered the temperature for me. So this is probably like the future. You will have voice commands and you will use it more often, because it's as you see, not that easy to enter the AC control settings. But yeah, we need to get used to that. I would still once again say that I would prefer the standard buttons. What about you? Do you maybe prefer this? Tell me in your comments. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this in somewhere because I want to show you the ambient lights. During the night I showed you in the garage, but now look at this. For example, the red one which I was telling you about, I think this really suits the car well. How do you like it? And then orange, white. White is also nice. Green. And then the blue one. So yeah, bunch of colors available. Really nice. One of the best ambient lightnings, definitely, on the market, Let me demonstrate you the blind spot assist once again with this car. So you see this? It's illuminating and telling me, hey, the car is in your blind spot. And now back to blue when we don't have the car in blind spot. We have it again. Once again, illumination. Very, very cool indeed. Alright guys, so that was pretty much it. Night point of view drive with features that you needed to see. Tell me in the comments how do you like this car. Also subscribe to the channel. There will be plenty of more car reviews, night point of view drives. There are also a lot of, you know, previous night point of view drives, so you can check those out. And you can also check out the full in-depth review of this car, which is probably gonna be live in a day or two, so stay tuned. And well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and see you on the next one. Bye bye.